Well, welcome to United Matters channel. It's match day live, match day 21 for Manchester United. And obviously, it is really one of those games that we have to go ahead and really see ourselves win to put ourselves in a position of really getting back maybe to the title race, because Arsenal right now is losing to Everton away from home 3. Oh, it's 1-0. It's 1-0. It's not 3-0. Arsenal is losing by 2 goals. I think it's 1 goal to 0, right? 1 goal to 0. And Everton look like they've really got in Sean Dyche. Sean Dyche is really doing lots of things for a side known as Everton. And you know what it means when a new manager arrives at the club and he does what he does. Remember how we lost to Aston Villa. Amid this, us traveling from Spain from Spain on Thursday, beating Sociedad by 1 goal to 0, return to Old Trafford. On Sunday, we played away at Villa Park. We lost by 3 goals to 1. So even Arsenal looks like they fell into the same thing. New manager. Remember, Steven Gerrard had just been sacked and Unai Emery had just come in through. And this time round, Lampard has just been sacked. Sean Dyche is in. And trust me, Arsenal are really failing to get themselves onto the winning position. After beating United, they've gone ahead to maybe fail to really register a win that is really well deserved for a team known as Arsenal. Everton are putting in a battle, and let's wait and see how things are really going to go ahead and really happen. But for United, the lineup is out. I'm going to bring you the lineup. Rokan David is my name. Smash like button, comment, and share. If I told you watching us for the very first time, lower right bottom corner, that's the place to be. And now, this is the starting 11 of Manchester United, as you see it right onto your screen. When you look at the starting 11 Ten Hag has really gone up with, it's David De Gea, Lisandro Martinez, Bruno Fernandes, who is the captain, Rashford, Fred, Casemiro, Varane, Anthony, Luke Shaw, Weghorst, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka. The substitutes include Tom Heaton, Darlow, Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Malacia, Kobe Mainoo, Sabitzer, the latest arrival from Bayern Munich on loan, is on bench. Alejandro Garnacho on bench, and obviously a player called Jadon Sancho, who is back to his feet, obviously, after that mental rehabilitation that really went him through, that had really seen him even lose himself by not even posting on his Instagram account for very many months. Now he's back. Everything is really back to normal. And obviously, we are really excited to see him back. And he was played as a central attack midfielder in the game of Nottingham, where we won it by how many goals? Where we won it by 2 goals to 0, Martial scoring, and obviously Freddie coming in through, responding very well to the cutback of Marcus Rashford that really put through the back of the net. So Rokan David is my name. Smash like button, comment, and share. Your predictions are highly welcome in the comment section below. You can as well go onto the poll and tell me what your thoughts are as far as this game of football is concerned. Martial is the most annoying of all, not in the lineup, not in the match squad, again injured. I'm going to talk about that later because I believe it's a talk of some for 5-10 minutes to come, because I need to tackle it for like 6-7 minutes because it's pretty annoying. You know, I love Anthony Martial. I've defended him, but this time around, this is beyond redemption. If he doesn't improve on how he gets injured at Manchester United, then he doesn't deserve to be at Manchester United, because if you're a Manchester United player, you should be a variable every game you're called up to. So nothing happened to him. Did he injure himself in training? God knows. We are waiting for the Erik Ten Hag pre-match press conferences, talking to the pundits to let us know what everything is going to be like. When you look at Crystal Palace, they've brought the following players: Guaita in goal, Klein, Richards, Guechi, then Michel, Dokore, Hughes, Scalp, Olise, Ayew, Eduardo. Those are the players that really brought in the starting 11 of Crystal Palace. The bench has Johnston, Whitworth, Tompkins, Mitrovic. There is Ridwell. There is Ahamada, Sambilokonga, Eze, and Mateta. They are really on the bench as it stands right about now. So that is the starting 11 of Crystal Palace. Notably, Wilfred Zaha is out of this. So, you know why he's out. He's injured. That's it. And Butland of Manchester United, is ineligible to play in this game of football. Do you know why? Because he is really cap tied. He's league tied because he was on loan from Crystal Palace, and that's why he can't play for Manchester United today or make it to the bench. So Tom Heaton is on to the bench of Manchester United. And right now, it's really looking tense at Goodson Park. Arsenal are really losing out a game of football that none of us really thought that we're going to lose, because it's a different Arsenal team altogether. They've been coming here on several occasions and losing, because they last won here 6 years back. Not so, but they are losing. And if at all they lose, it might play in the favor of Manchester United, because United is having games that are really winnable. And if at all you happen to win them, then we might find ourselves into the title race again. So let's go to this. Ten Hag has gone for a 4-3-3 system today, not a 4-2-3-1. David De Gea is in goal, coming in to replace Tom Heaton. Remember, in the game of Nottingham, it was Tom Heaton that really played in goal and kept a clean sheet. Now David De Gea comes in through to play into that position. Then Aaron Wan-Bissaka maintains his starting spot. However, much Diego Dalot is back and he is into the match squad today. But that shows you that he might not play 90 minutes this time around. I think the manager would love to give Dalot some 10, 15 minutes, depending on the game situation. If at all we are losing, he might bring him early enough. If at all we are winning, he might bring him to play 20 minutes to really see to it that he really gets himself ready for the game against Leeds in the midweek. Luke Shaw returning and retaining his position of the left-back position that he really played against a team called Nottingham Forest. Remember, after the game of Arsenal, Luke Shaw got some bit of illness and he couldn't really come in through to play the game of football of Manchester United. He missed the Nottingham game and Reading game. Then he's back into the left-back position. But he really looked a little bit sloppy, especially going forward. But I believe that was caused for him having not played the last two games. Having played the one of Nottingham, I believe he's back into the Luke Shaw that we all like and desire to be having at the club of Manchester United. Then Rashford Weghorst starts his second game in a row after that Arsenal game of football. Remember, when we were playing Arsenal, he left the pitch in the 90th minute after conceding. Then he has been rested by the manager for 2 games. Nottingham Forest. He never played the game of Nottingham Forest, right? But he never played the game of Nottingham Forest that we won 3-0. He never played the game of Reading, and he brought him back in the game of Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford, and he played some 70 minutes and was taken off. Then Harry Maguire came on through with Victor Lindelof. So, to bring you up to speed, remember, he has retired from international football. He has retired from international football, and the manager, Erik ten Hag, has really gone ahead and said lots of things about his retirement, and he said he's not the one who forced him to do this. Lisandro Martinez has really played almost every game of Manchester United, apart from the game of Reading, but the rest of the games, he was part of them. Crystal Palace, Arsenal, Nottingham, the doublehead of Nottingham, and then he played against, I think those are the games, because he last played against Nottingham. He never played against Reading, but he played against Nottingham. So the manager is really doing a very good rotative game amongst his players at Manchester United, because the back four has been really having one player who has been irregular. That is Aaron Wan-Bissaka, because we lacked Dalot and we had lost him because of injury. But when Dalot is back, that means we are going to be having a very good rotation in that right back position of Manchester United, meaning that these players are really having enough playing time, and obviously they're also getting enough resting time, as Ten Hag is really managing their playing time very, very well. Casemiro coming in through to play into the defensive midfield alongside Bruno and Freddy Rodriguez. I expected Sabitzer to start, but maybe Ten Hag said, all right, let's go for Freddy first, and Sabitzer will come in through to get used to the tempo of the Premier League game, being a tricky game. And respecting the opponents, he has said, Freddy, Casemiro, and Bruno Fernandes. You are my midfield 3 who are really going to go ahead and really win me this game of football. That is the manager, Erik ten Hag, and that is his decision. Then Anthony Weghorst and Marcus Rashford are leading the line for Manchester United. Weghorst came off in the 60th minute, and Anton Martial came in through to play part and scored a goal against Nottingham. Rashford came on through also. He created an assist for the second goal of Freddie. Then Anthony had really found a very good pass for Weghorst before they were taken off with Garnacho and Weghorst in the 60th minute to bring in Sancho and Marcus Rashford. That is it, and that's how United is standing. And let's go to the lineup or formation of a team known as Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is really having Guaita in goal. Klein is really having shirt number 17, playing as, is called as Nathan Klein, formerly at Liverpool. He's playing at the right back. Michel is playing as a left back. Guichi and Richards, that shows you they are playing in the central defense. Hughes and Ukore, double pivot. Olise scored a free kick against Manchester United, playing as a central attack midfielder. Andre Ayew is playing as a right attacking midfielder. Then Scalp, left attacking midfielder. And obviously, Eduardo is leading the line for a side known as Crystal Palace. So, no Jacques, no, he's called Zaha. Zaha is out of this game of football. And the reason as to why he's out, he's having any injury, some bit of leave from a player, but I believe he has not been having some good games for this team. And I think this team has really shown that he can play even better without him, because the likes of Olise, Andre Ayew, the likes of Eze have really gone ahead to lift up the levels of football at this club of Crystal Palace. And they've brought in Albert Sambi Lokonga, who might come in through and really play a part. But remember, his first game at Old Trafford this season, he was beaten. He was beaten by Manchester United when he was playing for Arsenal by 3-1. Remember, he played close to 80 minutes in that defensive midfield, and United teared him apart. So, as it stands, United is really looking for a game of football, and there is something that you people need to note as we head into this game of football. Now, as it stands, Arsenal, there is something I want to show you. There is something I want to show you. As it stands, Arsenal has played 20 games. 20 games. This is another important aspect that has really resulted into the defeat of Arsenal at Goodison Park that puts United back in the picture. You know, people will see it as a done deal. I also think that Arsenal is going to win the trophy, but at least they have to feel some pressure from other teams behind them. When you look at the table, look at the Premier League table, Arsenal has played 20 games. They're having 50 points. United has played the same number of games. We are having 39, meaning that there is a difference of 11 points. You get? Now, if we win today, we are going to be having 42 points, meaning that Arsenal is going to be 8 points ahead of Manchester United. So, what does that tell you? It tells you that being 8 points behind the table leaders puts you back into the equation to win the title race. To win the title race, it's possible. Everything is possible right now. Do you know why? 8 points in between us and Arsenal can even go ahead and reduce to 5 or to 6, depending on their result. They're going to get with the playing Man City on the 15th. That's it. We are having Leeds twice. Then we are going to play a team called Newcastle in the Carabao Cup final. So things are still possible. The equation is still on, and this is where reality bites in, that the draw we got out Crystal Palace is really costing us away from being into a real title race. If we had won that game at Crystal Palace because we conceded late, we would have been how many points? We would have been 6 points behind Arsenal. That's it. But we drew away late at Crystal Palace, and obviously we even lost to Arsenal. So it shows you that we are still into that length or that picture of the title. And let no one lie to you that the title race is done. It's not yet done. We win today. We win Palace today. We get back into the title race. And on the 15th, we'll be playing Barcelona, I think. I think we'll be playing Barcelona. Arsenal will be playing Man City. So any result coming from that game, it will be affecting us positively. Depending on the results, we will be really getting in here for you. If Man City is beaten, that means we'll be closing them on to really knock them out of the second position. And if Arsenal is beaten, that means we are closing down on Arsenal. Secondly, Arsenal has another Premier League game they're supposed to play against City. They're supposed to play away at Liverpool. They're supposed to host Chelsea. You get? Yet for us, we've played Arsenal, we've played Man City, done. We're only left with Liverpool away, Tottenham away, Newcastle away, and Chelsea at Old Trafford. So it shows you that those games can come in our favor. Because for us, the positivity at Manchester United is the experience of players that we are having is really immense. We are having an immense experience in that team. David De Gea, Rafael Varane, Casemiro, now there is Sabitzer, Eriksen. You add on Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford. So we're having close to 6-7 players, and they've gone ahead to show to it that they are really good game winners. And those good game winners can really get us to the levels that we expect us to be in this beautiful game of football. And that is it. United is really enjoying and cruising all past these teams, and Arsenal have gone ahead to lose a game of football that has really put United back in the picture of really competing for this league that everyone never even thought that would be in the picture of really competing for it. But this loss of Arsenal puts United back into the picture to come out and really call for something like a result. Not a result, a title at Manchester United. So, all right. Ten Hag has really come out and really said the following at Manchester United. First and foremost, Anthony Martial, a player that the fact is, I love Martial, but if at all he's injured like this, I'm really done with him. I'm really done with him. He last played the game of City. He never played the game of Arsenal, Crystal Palace. He spent like 2 weeks without playing. He returned after 2 weeks. He played only 30 minutes against Nottingham Forest. He scored. After scoring, he's now injured, not into the match squad. It shows you how much it's costing us, because every time we play with Anthony Martial, we are a better team. That's it. It's no doubt. It's no brainer. We are a better team every time we play with Martial, but he's injured. Now, what can you do to a player like him? What can you do to a player like Anthony Martial? Because he's ever injured, never fits. Even when he gives you a promise that he's really trying to fight back and really spend like 6-7 games fit, he gets back. And this time around, it's like the same sequence. He came, he returned, as we played against Liverpool, played 45 minutes. Next game, he was nowhere to be seen because he was injured in training. Then he took like how many games? 3-4 games. He returned when you're playing Omonia. He even scored a goal. He came in and played against City. Then he played like one other game. He was injured again. So that sequence is really unbelievable. So Ten Hag told us on Anthony Martial that he had a setback from the game when he returned. He dropped a little bit back. We have to wait. We have to be patient. So having a setback, I think Ten Hag is really doing the protective job of a manager, because he really protected him even after the game of football. When they asked him about Martial, he said, you know to it that we play well when you're having Martial, but he's not even fit. And he was praying for him to be fit. And that fitness never really resulted into positivity, and he's now back. So let's wait and see how long he's going to come in and really spend without playing for the club of Manchester United. But Ten Hag looks like he's always protective for his players. He doesn't come out to give out the real gist as to why these players are out. But I believe the Martial situation sends us a clear message that Ten Hag was right in the summer when he said, I wanted 3 strikers. That's why he wanted João Felix before even Anthony in the summer, because United went in and made a bid of 90 million euros at Atletico Madrid to get in João Felix to really accumulate his striking number to 3, but they turned it down. That's why they went in for Anthony. So you saw even when Anthony came in through, United kept in the market looking in for a striker, but there was no money left, and they really never gave the manager what he wanted. So it shows you that Ten Hag has the exact calculation for his squad. He knows the number of players he wants. That's why he called in for 3 strikers at Manchester United, and they only gave him 2. Ronaldo even left. He was left with 1. Rashford sometimes playing through the middle. Then Martial sometimes played through the middle until Weghorst came in through. It looks like Weghorst might be the new talisman for Manchester United until the end of the season, but I believe we just need to get to know how to use him better by putting in an early cross. Because for any striker, I would love that early cross, because every run he makes, he's expecting a cross or a ball being delivered into his vicinity, and he's good on the floor and in the air. So do anything for Weghorst into his vicinity, expect goals. That's why he said before he played the game of Nottingham, when he scored his first goal for Manchester United, that I've not missed any big chance. And the big chance he got, he really batted it home. The next big chance he got while playing for Manchester United was when we were playing Nottingham. He headed that ball, and the lower and the bottom post denied him that goal. So it shows you that he's really a clinical striker. Get him the goal, get him the balls in his area. He'll obviously deliver you the goals that you want. So that is a man known as Wout Weghorst leading the line for Manchester United, because Anton Martial is injured. So the Manchester United should be patient. Anton Martial sucks. I love Martial, but guys, I've defended him enough. He sucks. He sucks. Something has to be done on his injury. He's turning into a player called Ousmane Dembele. And Ousmane Dembele has been treated and is back on his feet. That's it. He's back on his feet. So what is wrong with Anton Martial? Why can't Anton Martial be fit? That's the big question, because he needs to be fit. These are his games. This is his season. He has always been claiming that he wants to be the main man. He has been given the season of being the main man, and he can't really keep fit. That's the problem we are having with him. That's the problem we are having with Anton Martial. He has to be fit. If you want to be the main man to lead the line, the manager has shown you that I love you, I like your services, then you are supposed to capitalize on your fitness. That's it. But he's not really capitalizing onto that, and I believe he would have been doing better for the club of Manchester United if at all he's fit, and his numbers would have really skyrocketed, because he's a good scorer of the goal. When you look at his game to goal ratio, it's really high. It's really high. So I believe he needs to find himself in the know of really keeping it fit at Manchester United. Then Ten Hag, Ondelo, and Sabitzer ready to play, said they wouldn't be in the squad otherwise. They are ready to play. They could start as well. We have a good team today with the return of Rashi and David De Gea in goal. So what a reply from Ten Hag, asking him if they are ready to play. He told them that why are they in the squad? You get? If they're not ready to play, they wouldn't have been in the game squad. But a player making the game squad, that means he's ready to play. But hints about the return of Rashford and De Gea in goal, because those are some of the changes that were really made and rested. I think for Rashford, that is good game management for him. Reason being, in the game of Nottingham away, when he won 3-0 when he scored the first goal, he played 60 minutes. He was taken off. Then when you're playing Reading, he played 60 minutes. He was taken off. And the game of Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford, he never started. He just played only 30 minutes. So he last played 90 minutes when you're playing Arsenal, meaning that today he's in for an entire 90 minutes, depending on the game situation at Old Trafford, because he has spent 3 games without playing 90 minutes. And the manager is trying to really manage him very well. So kudos to the manager. But Sabitzer is another one that we might keep our eye to. And I think Dalot coming in back is another boost to the club of Manchester United, because you can't deny that we've been missing his services. Amidst Wan-Bissaka coming in and really acting like a patch, looks a more improved player, but Dalot is Dalot. That's it. Dalot is Dalot, and he's really a better player, especially going forward. And even his defensive attributes are really out of this world. Wan-Bissaka costed us 2 goals at his post that he never really kept very well against Man City and against Arsenal. But if at all it was Dalot, we didn't have considered those goals, because Dalot has a very good positional sense that this guy lacks in his game. So I believe that has really put us to another level of really going in to show us that we can really go on and really fight on and fight on and fight on. Then Ten Hag again about this game of football. He has really said the following, that we know what to do. We've lost points in the last 2 Premier League games. We can't get them back, but we have to learn from them and perform even better. That is Ten Hag really saying that we've lost points in the last 2 Premier League games, and there were 5. We lost 2 at Selhurst Park and 3 at the Emirates. But we need to capitalize on such moments. How do we capitalize on such moments? Arsenal have lost by 3 goals. Arsenal have lost by 1 goal to nil at Goodson Park. That means we have a chance to close that gap to 8. That's it. And when you close it to 8, it puts us in a situation of really being the team to really be into that title race. I mean, even you look at a team called Chelsea, that is something that I had even forgotten to talk about, but it's really important, because when you look at Chelsea, people thought that maybe the 4th spot is really going to be hard for us to really go ahead and really find ourselves in and maybe qualify for Champions League football. But look at this. Look at this. Chelsea played yesterday. They've played 1 more game than us. They're having 30 points. If we win today, we'll be having 42 points, meaning that we'll be 12 points clear from a team known as Chelsea. And how many points ahead of Liverpool? Liverpool has 29. If Liverpool wins today, all right, the gap will remain between 10. But of the 3 teams, it looks like United is the team that is willing to go ahead to continue winning and throwing in more points as far as the game of football is really concerned here at Old Trafford. So all what we want is a win today. We want to win. If we win today, then the rest is going to be history. That's it. If we win today, we might have sealed the 4th spot, because Liverpool is playing Wolverhampton Wanderers. It's not an easy game. Chelsea drew yesterday, stretching our lead in between them to 12. That will be something great. Sabitzer onto the ground of Old Trafford, trying to really warm up and really get ready for the game of Manchester United versus Crystal Palace, though everything shows that he's on the bench, but I believe he's going to play a very pivotal part into this game. Luke Shaw, Aaron Wan-Bissaka also into the mix of this game of football. And obviously, the shirt number of Sabitzer has been hung all out in the dressing room of Manchester United. And here it is. Here it is. Here it is. I think today is the day of the United players that really crashed in Munich, not so. I think that's it. So that is shirt 15, Sabitzer, obviously hung into the dressing room of Manchester United. Sabitzer ready to don it today and play or make his debut for the Red Devils today at Old Trafford. Smash the like button, comment and share. We are only having 5 likes, guys. Very shameful. How come we are only having 5 likes? This is very shameful, and it's not really liked. It shouldn't be liked by you guys. And obviously, do the needful and smash the like button. And today we remember the day the Busby Babes. These will never be forgotten. The United squad that really lost its life in the Munich. I think it was a plane crash. So these were the names of the players that were really lost. And today, the fans of United went at this monument at Old Trafford and really paid their tribute again to the fallen soldiers of Manchester United that will always never forget. So that is what they did at Old Trafford. These are the Busby Babes, and that's how everything really went down at the Old Trafford Stadium right now. So that is it. United is taking on a side called Crystal Palace today. You've known the lineup, and I think I have no one in the comment section. Not so. Have no one in the comment section. So let me end this poll. We are having close to 40 votes, and this is how people have voted. 94% are calling for win of United, 2% are calling in for a draw, and 2% are calling in for a loss of United and a win of Crystal Palace. So thank you guys for watching in through. It's always nice having you onto this channel. You are always nice and great. I think we're going to return when the game is done. And you know what we'll be doing by then? We'll be doing the match reaction, and hopefully We are going to be here when we are really doing the needful and really showing the best to win this game of football. Then Thomas Donko is telling me that greetings from Ghana. Thank you for watching in, my mate. It's always nice having you to this channel. You are really one of those that never misses. You are regular and the usual on this channel, and thank you. You are predicting 3-0 for Manchester United. Obviously, it's possible because we are at Old Trafford and we've made this with a fortress, 12 games unbeaten at the club, and all those are straight wins from Manchester United. So no one can stop us. We are looking unstoppable, and I believe we are having a bench that can come and change the game of football. With Sancho's return, obviously, we are greedy and ready to go. So Thomas Donko, thank you for watching in through, and the rest of the people. I sign out for now. See you later, my mates. Return with the match reaction. Bye-bye.